All right. Well, CBS News Radio correspondent Steve Futterman is with me now. Steve, you are in Medyka, Poland, that is near the Ukrainian border. And we can see refugees are pouring in behind you. I see people going back and forth with their suitcases and the tents back there. Let's talk about some of the latest information that we know so far. Over the weekend, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that NATO members had given the green light to send fighter jets to Ukraine. And then we heard about this plan that Poland had to send MiG fighters to an American base, and they would then take off from that American base. The Secretary of State said that was not a good idea. Can you explain what the concerns are with a plan like that?
Well, the big concern, it's the same concern they have about instituting a no-fly zone. It could be done, but it's going to escalate things. Now, how will Russia respond? Will Russia view that as an attack symbolically or literally by the U.S. or by NATO on Russian forces? That's contested airspace right now. So Poland did not want to give the planes directly to Ukraine. So it said, well, we'll give the planes to the U.S. Maybe they will give it to Poland. And the U.S. didn't want to do it either. It's a very tricky situation. The key thing we've had here is concerns about escalating this. It's already a horrible situation right now. And obviously, no one wants this to escalate into a situation where the U.S. is going directly against Russia, NATO nations going against Russia. So this is the big concern. Will they find a way out, sort of a middle ground where Ukraine can get these MiGs? Their flyers are trained. Some people might say, why are they flying the MiG jets? Well, the Ukraine Air Force mostly consists of the MiG jets, and their pilots are well trained in them. So this would be very good if they can get them. But we'll see if they can find some way to get them to Ukraine. At the moment, they cannot.
Okay, so that is the state of the battle against Russia. Because you have, I can see refugees behind you going back and forth. Let's talk about humanitarian aid. You know, we're hearing now that more people are able to get out, but part of that ceasefire is also to allow humanitarian aid in. Is that happening?
Yes. It's not happening as much as people want. I'll talk about that one town, Mariupol, which is that port city where it has just been bombarded by the Russian attacks. We hear people from inside Mariupol talking about how buildings have been destroyed, how you have bodies on the streets. This is very much like to get food, medical supplies, and of course, get people out. But these humanitarian corridors just have not worked at all in Mariupol. There was a brief success yesterday in the city of Sumy, but that was just a brief success. 5,000 people were able to leave there. But you're right. You want to get people out, but you also want to get the aid in. And so far, these humanitarian corridors have been, for the most part, a failure. They're trying to do them again today in 5 cities, including Mariupol, Sumy, Kyiv, 2 other cities. We'll see if they will work. The Ukraine officials consistently blame the Russians for making these corridors fail because they say the Russian troops are not abiding by the ceasefire. They're continuing their attacks.
And then you have civilians that are sitting ducks thinking that they have an opportunity to get out, and they actually don't. Steve, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's very sad.